Okay, we're going to try this again. This is an Ibanez SAS36fm flame top guitar. I bought this guitar in 2006. I bought it with the first bonus I ever made as a store manager for Walmart. I walked into the store and I actually saw this guitar next to all the other plain ones, and I said, "Oh my God, what is that guitar doing with those?" It was one of those things that caught my eye, and it was an auspicious moment, truly. So, a little bit about the guitar. I named it Norma after my mom. It's a beautiful guitar. It's not the heaviest playing guitar. It's got a couple single pickups here. It's got a double pickup here, which is called a humbucker, so that way you don't get a lot of noise and junk going through it. It also has a knob back here. It's the volume knob. It's called a true tone knob. You can pull this out, and it has a little effect underneath this humbucker that gives it a special true tone or something. I could never really figure it out, but it's cool. It's a good guitar. It's got a really slender neck for people with little hands. I got little kid hands, so it's like I had to buy a guitar that I could actually wrap my fingers around. The guy that sold it to me told me that the neck was liquid electricity, and it's not a bolt-on neck. It's a through neck. It goes all the way into the guitar. If you look at it, it's a carved top. If you look at it, it's carved. Hand carved. There's other guitars out there that are, have different pickups and all that type of jazz in them and all that, but this one was cool, and I had to have it. So on the outside here, you see you've got this is all abalone inlay around the binding of the guitar, and also on the fret markers on the inside. This is all abalone, and then also on the top, it's got little fret markers there, so that way you don't have to bend down and look at the guitar all the time when you're playing. So yeah, it's a cool guitar. It serves a good purpose. It's really super light. It's not like a Gibson guitar. Gibson guitars are super heavy, although they're awesome. This one is extremely light, extremely. It also has a tremolo bar that goes in here. I didn't put it in there because I don't mess with it much, because it's I get too crazy with the electric voodoo stuff going on with that. So one thing that you have to know about this guitar is that with this tremolo back here, you have to use extra light strings. I found out that the hard way. I put light strings on it, and I couldn't get it to stay in tune. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. It's like, God, what a hassle, So come to find out, you have to use really light strings, because on the back of this guitar, there is an opening right here to put your strings through, and then right here, let me see, right here, those are your springs for your tremolo, so that way when you do your business with the tremolo, it bounces back, it springs back. So you can add probably another spring on there to make it, if you want to use heavier strings, but I just went with the light ones, because extra lights, because I could. To clean it, let's see, we're going to clean it. When you take the strings off, when you redo the strings, it's all, look it up on YouTube. I mean, it's no big deal. It's EADGBE, elephants and dogs got big ears. But to clean the fretboard, because your fingers are greasy, your fingers get all grodied up and stuff, and they'll put deposits on the wood and in between the fret wires. These are all fret wires. You need to make sure that those are kept clean. I use lemon oil. don't like get any spray furniture polish. No furniture polish. It'll make them, screw up the wood. You take you just go to a guitar shop and they'll have some lemon oil. Humidity. Guitars need humidity. It is very super important that you put a humidifier in the case. The case is it's sealed up all the time and all that jazz. Don't leave your guitar out in dry elements, because this wood right here, the wood in between here and on the neck and stuff, it is affected by the moisture in the air. Wood contracts and all that type of stuff, and expands with heat and things like that. You need to make sure that you have a humidifier in there. It's just a little sponge, in a case, and you keep it wet, not soaking wet, but wet. And then, you just leave it in there with the guitar. You don't have to worry about it getting rusty or anything like that, because the wood will absorb it, or keep it in the basement in a cool, dry place. Don't ever leave a guitar in the car, ever. That will ruin the wood. The heat will stress it out. It'll screw up the neck. The neck will bend, and then you won't ever be able to get that back. There's a truss rod up here. You can see right there. You take this cover off, and there's a truss rod that keeps the guitar straight. See, it's got a straight neck. It doesn't have a bow in it, anything weird like that. So if they're ever, you can look down the guitar, point it, I can't show you, but point it down, look down the neck and all that type of stuff. You can see if it's bowed. And also, it's like if your intonation is not correct, sorry. If your intonation isn't correct, you won't be able to do that. You can adjust everything back here on the bridge. String height, tension, the whole 9 yards. If it ever gets real goofy and you can't figure it out, take it to a luthier, go to like Guitar Center or something, and they can help you out. Let's see. What else? Selector switch. This is the selector switch between your pickups. First and second, second and third. And then you got your true tone, of course. Makes a difference. Tone knob, treble, bass, whatever is right there. Let me turn this down. We'll run some distortion through it, because you can't play guitar without distortion. I'll turn that back to clean. Let's see. Other than that, I'm running out of time on here. This is like 10 minutes long. So anyway, Google it, look it up. It's a cool guitar. And we'll chat at you later. Hopefully this didn't bore you. Talk to you.